everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you what I eat in a day as a vegan, and because it is now springtime, it's going to be a spring theme to the video. So personally, when I think of spring, I tend to think of fresh foods, lots of herbs and raw veggies, meals that are lighter but still filling. So that's what you're going to see in this video. And before we get started on those actual recipes, I want to mention that this video is sponsored by Thrive Market. As you guys know, I team up with Thrive on a monthly basis to bring you guys awesome recipes and delicious, yummy vegan content. And Thrive Market is seriously pretty much like my favorite spot to get all of my non-perishable groceries. I wish they sold produce. Thrive, can you do that soon? Because I save so much money when I buy from them online versus going to my local health food store. So if you live in the United States and you haven't checked out Thrive Market yet, be sure to click the link in the description of this video. You get a free trial, free shipping, and $60 worth of organic grocery credits. So it's a pretty good deal. You should check it out if you're interested. But now let's get into the recipes. For breakfast, I made a chocolate blueberry chia seed pudding, and chia seed pudding in general is pretty easy, and this recipe is basically only 5 ingredients, but I wanted to make things a little bit more interesting, so I decided to make some blueberry milk. So I just added in a cup of almond milk and 1/4 of a cup of blueberries, and I also added in some vanilla extract and cinnamon, and if you'd like, you can also add in liquid sweetener, but you're just going to blend that up, and then in a medium-ish Tupperware container, you're going to add in your chia seeds. I got mine from Thrive Market, and then you're going to add in the blueberry milk, and it's a very pretty color. Then you're just going to give this a good stir, and then I like to let my chia seed pudding sit for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I give it a second stir, and I find that this helps kind of eliminate some of the clumps, because sometimes I get thick clumps on the bottom if I don't do this. So then I just seal this and let it sit overnight. And then the next day, I actually started out my day with my normal greens drink. I always have some form of Amazing Grass greens powder, and I'm currently enjoying their belly elixir. And one of the things I like about Thrive Market is the Amazing Grass greens powders are less expensive there. So I just mix it with water and drink it plain because I'm intense like that. And then after I enjoyed this, I took my chia seed pudding out of the fridge. And as you can see, it's kind of a sad gray color. This is because I used fresh blueberries. When I actually made the recipe for my blog and used frozen blueberries, it was a lot prettier. So if you're going for the aesthetics, I would recommend using frozen blueberries, to be honest. But I'm adding stuff to this chia seed pudding anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I like to add a little bit of protein powder to the chia seed pudding. This time I'm using a rich chocolate flavor, also by Amazing Grass. I just really like their stuff, guys. What can I say? And then I just add some water to it and then stir that until it's the consistency that I would like. And I find that adding protein helps me stay satiated for longer than just eating the chia seed pudding plain. So once I mix that up, I just put it into a bowl and I topped it with some fresh blueberries, cacao nibs, and some coconut shreds. And that is it. Very easy. Then for lunch, I honestly just had leftovers. I was thinking of making a recipe for you guys, but this is my real life, and most days when I'm working, I just eat leftovers for lunch. So I just made myself a salad. I put some greens in a bowl and chopped up some veggies that I had in my fridge. Today it was celery, tomato, cucumber, and some parsley. And then I didn't really feel like making a dressing either. Guys, today was very lazy. So I just drizzled it with some of this balsamic vinegar and some pink sea salt. And yes, the balsamic vinegar bottle has seen better days, but I just drizzled that on top and then mixed everything together. And I actually let this sit for a few minutes just because I find that it sort of wilts the greens while I reheated my quiche. So I've been testing a quiche recipe. Unfortunately, it's not on my blog yet, but when it is, I will share it with you guys. I have a similar one on my blog that I will link below. But I also topped this with some black pepper, and that was it. It was a very lazy lunch, and it was ready in like 5 minutes, but it hit the spot, and it still reminds me of spring because of the fresh greens in the salad. I just love salad, guys, so what can I say? So then in the afternoon, I drank a kombucha for a snack, and then I also had a handful of some pecans. And then for dinner, I actually had a friend coming over, so I made us some quinoa sushi bowls with orange miso dressing. And this recipe is also really easy. It's even easier than a regular sushi bowl because quinoa cooks in 20 minutes and brown rice takes 45. So I just added some quinoa to a pot, poured some water over it, and once it comes to a boil, you're gonna cover it, yada, yada, yada. You guys know how to cook quinoa by now. And then while the quinoa is cooking, we're going to be productive and we're going to make some orange miso dressing. First, we're going to add some oranges to the blender. And as you can see, I cut off all of the white stuff, which is called the pith of the orange, because that is more bitter and you don't want the dressing to taste bitter. So we're also going to add in some ginger, garlic, miso paste, tamari, rice vinegar, and then just a little bit of water to help thin the dressing out, and you're just going to blend it up. And then once you're done, you have this lovely dressing. And if you keep it in the fridge, it should last about a week, so you can use it for meal prep too. So once my quinoa was done cooking, I added in a splash of rice vinegar, as you typically would with sushi. And then I also added in some dulse granules, just to make it taste a little bit more sea-like. And dulse is also a great source of iodine. I get mine on Thrive Market, and yep, just mix it all together until everything is evenly incorporated. And if you want to let your quinoa cool down for a more authentic sushi bowl, you totally can. And it also would not be sushi without nori. So nori is just the sheets of seaweed that are typically surrounding sushi, but I just decided to cut one up using some clean kitchen scissors into bite-sized pieces to mix in with my bowl. Now comes time for the assembly. So you can use whatever veggies you want, but I had some cucumber, radish, and carrot in my fridge. So I cut the carrots into small matchsticks, and then I used a mandolin to slice the radishes. You're just going to add that to a bowl with the nori. And then I also added some edamame for some plant-based protein, but you could also do this with tofu or seitan, really, whatever you want. I'm sure it would all be delicious. And because I am #extra, I made an avocado roast to top it off with. But if you don't want to do that, you can also just chop an avocado. And last but not least, added some sesame seeds for a little bit of crunch. Oh wait, actually, this is the last part. I drizzled it with some dressing. Can't forget the dressing. This recipe is very simple, but it's really tasty. And I also think it would be great for an on-the-go lunch for school or work too. And then finally, I ended the night with a little something sweet. I had one of my almond butter brownies with some coconut yogurt, and I will put the recipe link for the brownies in the description of the video. Alright guys, and that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below which meal was your favorite, and if you could only have one of them, which one would you pick? Also, while you're down there, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, you can also subscribe to my channel by clicking that button right down there. I post tuna videos every week, which includes easy vegan recipes, grocery hauls, or any other video requests that you guys have. So if you do have a request, you can leave it down below as well. And don't forget to check out that link for Thrive Market so you can get your $60 worth of organic grocery credits. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. When this video goes live, I'm actually currently going to be on an international trip, but I'll be vlogging my experience, so you guys will be seeing that soon. Or you can just keep up with me on Instagram, which I always have linked below as well. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!